Hey everyone, it's Jalan back at again with another episode of my weekly recap. This is going to be week 7, and today it's currently February 18, 2018. So, without further ado, let's get right into another episode of weekly recap. This week has been really gone by really fast. For the first part of the week, I devoted majority of my time into finishing a project for my computer science course. Thankfully, I was able to do that with a couple of late nights and late night grinds to get that accomplished. So that's thumbs up for that. And aside from finish up the projects, I was able to do some catch up studies on some of the materials that I have missed while I was ramping up my time on studying and finishing up the projects, studying for the midterm and catching on the project. So I was able to get caught up on a lot of the materials and really looking over it back again and really get a good grasp on the material. So that's wonderful. What else did I do in terms of school? Did some reading, did some audio for my geology class, and did some questionnaires and summaries to submit my homework. So that's all caught up. Aside from that, not much has happened in terms of the school side of things. However, transitioning into what I did outside of school, I did order a couple books and started. I really wanted to get back to the flow of just being consistently reading and figuring and just feeding myself. Keep feeding myself and getting into that right mindset of what I want to achieve. And I'm still questioning what I wanted to do. And it's a process. It's gonna take me time to investigate, to try, and really reflect on where I'm at in life and what I really wanted to achieve. And I'm not gonna lie, this week has been very difficult in terms of keeping myself motivated into the business and connecting with people. I find that I needed a break this week, so and I'm not gonna beat myself up on that too much because everybody can use a break. I think when you take a that's going to be a great breaks are needed when you are just going so hard or focus so much on yourself on a thing that you don't want to beat up yourself on. It's like there's no point of beating yourself up for you're just doing whatever you the best you could, and everybody else is doing that for you, so why would you be so hard on yourself? So just I recognize that I'm very self-aware of how I feel and what I was able to accomplish this week, and I'm not gonna beat myself out onto it. And however, on a high note, I did connect with a few people and really virtually and really to com- uh, get continue to educate and communicate with others and really figuring out what people are doing, what opportunities are they doing, as well as sharing what I'm doing, and ultimately just make a friend. Right? I think overall, every little interaction it's gonna help me to be a better communicator, and to network effectively and seek for the right opportunity. So that's extremely awesome. And yesterday I finished up with a referee, as well as I went to a trampoline park last night. Did some. It was extremely fun. Was going into it, I thought I had the mindset of getting a backflip done in over the course of an hour or so. And what I found difficult was that it really comes down to when I got into it and actually started jumping and really set my mind to it. I found myself holding back a lot, and that noise and that fear, that mentality, that mental hardship is really holding you back. And ultimately, that's what I recognize is that wow, once you have really overcome this mental block that you have, it doesn't matter what you're doing, right? Whether it's backflip, business, or whatever that you're trying to do, is that once you have overcome that mental roadblock, like you can really achieve anything. Like if you have that like nailed down, you're already like 90% there. And the rest of it is just like it's clockwork, you know. And yeah, I mean, as I was over the course of the night and over today, I was start thinking about, wow, like how this mental game is really, really tough for most people, and it's same for me. And I recognize that, wow, like once I can like overcome that mental block, like really, like the world is just like limitless, like, and I can't wait to actually get to that state of get to that place in my life or state of mind where I can really just overcome any mental like roadblock like that. Although it's not going to be easy, right? It's going to be, whether it's going to take me a year, 2 years, or 5 years, 10 years, whatever. It's a process, and everyone's going to be different. So I think I just need to be a little bit more consistent and pushing myself a little bit harder and trying to overcome those mental blocks and overcome those fears. And granted, you know, it's always going to be there. And I think I just need to put a better effort into confronting those and really wanting to overcome that. Going into a head to head and really just, you know, don't back down. So I think everybody should do that, and I think that's where most people will grow. That's where growth will happen for most of us. So, with that being said, anyway, that's gonna be my weekly recap, and that's what I've just shared will probably be the biggest takeaway that I had this week. So, and hope everybody have a wonderful weekend and a wonderful week ahead of them. And I will see you guys back next week. So, bye bye. Have a great one.